Welcome back. I wanted to follow up on a few items with the T-Sport line. Basically, I got a question from Spencer. Asked me, what are you noticing range-wise compared to the 22-inch wheels you had? So I'm going to follow up on that in the end. I also wanted to touch on why it's a better deal to buy aftermarket wheels rather than upgrading from basically upgrading your Tesla 22-inch rims from Tesla. So this might be a little bit data intensive, but I'll try to keep it simple. So your 22-inch Tesla upgrade is $5,500. So this is for your Tesla Model X. I'm not sure on the Model S. So the 20-inch Tesla Slipstreams cost $3,100. This is from, if you go into Tesla shopping, they will cost you $3,100 from Tesla, shipped to your local Tesla showroom. And so that is a total cost of $8,600, basically because you don't get this set of rims. So it's really costing you $8,600. So your 22-inch T-Sport line MX 117s with shipping, that's to my address in Utah. So the matte black is $7,900. Your shipping is $300, $8,200. So you have a savings of $400 from the Tesla upgraded rims. All right, let's get into the numbers, basically alluding to watt hours per mile and what I got for the aftermarket versus the stock 20-inch. So what I did was I weighed the rims and tires first of all. I wanted to weigh my rims and see if they really are lighter. We'll start with the aftermarket 22s. 63.8. 63.8 again. All right, I know this is not illegal for trade scale, but it'll give us a good idea of the weight. 62.8. Well, they're definitely not lighter. Stepping up to the 22s, you're only gaining maybe a pound. So I did weigh the 285. So I did weigh the rear versus the rear. Maybe I should weigh the front versus the front. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So T-Sport line rated the MX 117s 10% lighter than the 20-inch stock Slipstream wheels. Now I weighed the two. So the 20-inch Slipstreams with tires and sensors was 250.8 pounds. The T-Sport line with the Continental tires was 239.6 pounds with a difference of 11.2 pounds. Which is a difference of 4.47. So I'm assuming T-Sport line just weighed the wheels and not the wheels and the tires, so the whole set. So there is a little bit of discrepancy, but the 22-inch rims from T-Sport line are lighter than the 20-inch Slipstreams. Now that being said, I did take my car out and I did test my watt hours per mile, and I got about the same. Between 400 and 410 watt hours per mile going 75 miles an hour. I did not account for wind. I did not do them on the same day, but I did keep the climate off. So the temperatures were probably about the same too. The differences on the rear is the T-Sport line are a little bit heavier just because of the simple fact that they are wider. They probably have a little bit more tread. You are getting a little bit more roll resistance with those wider tires on the rear, so I think that probably accounts for your 4.7% difference in weight. So they are lighter. I do not have a set of 22-inch rims from Tesla. So T-Sport line said that the 22s were 10% lighter than the stock 20s and 25% lighter than the stock 22s. So I would assume that we're about 20% lighter than the stock 20s. So you will notice, I would assume you will notice a difference in your watt hours per mile between the 22-inch stock and the 22-inch T-Sport lines. It is cheaper in watt hours per mile and also your actual costs. That's if you want a second set of rims for your Tesla Model X or Model S. Basically, you get 1,500 more pounds capacity towing with your 20-inch rims from Tesla, so you can tow 5,000 instead of 3,500. So I wanted that option to be able to put the stock 20s on there, be able to tow 5,000 pounds instead of the 3,500. I don't know what the T-Sport lines are rated at towing capacity. They don't say that on their website, but I'm assuming it's pretty close to 3,500 pounds. Hope that helped you make a decision if you're buying your Tesla, whether you want to step up to the upgraded rims or just go ahead and get aftermarket wheels from like T-Sport line or some other vendor. I think that about covers it. Basically, it is under my opinion that it is better for you to buy aftermarket rims than upgrade with the stock 22-inch from Tesla. You get more for your money, you get better looking wheels, and they are lighter. So yeah, that being said, do what you want to do. Please comment, like, subscribe below. Let me know what you think. If there's anything else that you wanted me to cover in another future video, let me know. I will try to do that for you. Have a great day.